What's up, everyone? It's Michael here, aka Dangstrat. I hope all is well. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Today is Monday, March 24th, and it'll be midnight Tuesday in about an hour and 12 minutes. So, here's my weekly outlook for the upcoming week for the Forex indices and the crypto market. So, starting off with dollar on the daily time frame, you can see last week we didn't hit our POY. So, from last week's outlook, we were looking for a retracement higher into the daily and weekly fair value gap. So if you go to the weekly time frame, you can see that we did reach the weekly fair value gap, but we didn't reach the daily fair value gap until today, Monday. So we currently reached this level, but if you look at EU, you can see we haven't reached this imbalance yet. And GU, we also haven't taken out the range low yet. So currently what I am looking for dollar is probably a retracement higher still. I think, we could potentially uh, dive into this daily fair value gap a little bit more, and then either look for this to be fully filled or hit the 50% mark of this fair value gap here on the daily time frame. So we'll see where we kind of top out short term, but right now I am still looking for a dollar to retrace a little bit higher. Once EU and GU hits these range lows, then I will look for potential longs. But until then, I am still looking for more downside here for EU and GU. So from last week's outlook, it's following the game plan perfectly so far. We took out the previous week's high. Last week we took out the previous week's high. We deviated that level, and now we're seeing the sell side curve to the range low. So GU, this was I took out the lines on EU, but for GU I've kept it. So last week's outlook was looking for the raid on this previous week's high, and for price to deviate those highs. So once price closed back within this range, now we can look to target the range low. And this opening candle here from Monday, March 17th, when it took out liquidity, it created this big up close candle. So now that we closed below the open on the up close candle, this becomes a change in the state of deliveries, or a change in order flow, or a bearish breaker block, whatever you want to call it. But this shows a change in order flow on the daily time frame. So now this level here, this open at 129,347, this will be a POY for potential shorts for this upcoming week for me. So that is the main setup that I am currently looking at right now. And again, right now I'm looking for shorts until this low here. And also this low here matches up with the midpoint of this range on the higher time frame. So usually when you break above like a midpoint level like this, it'll most likely come back to retest this level. So again, we have imbalances here. If you look at this dealing range from this swing low to this swing high here, usually price retraces back to the 50% mark or the equilibrium, which is right around like 127.85. We'll round up to 128 even. So I think short term we still have a little bit more downside to go. So again, I'm still gonna look for this opening price here to be the POI for shorts for the next short term drawn liquidity. And then if we reach this level, we'll see if we can deviate that level. And then if we do deviate that level, then I will look for potential longs again. But again, right now, looking for potential shorts for EU, to the range low here, where this imbalances on the daily time frame, and GU for the range low. So that is Forex, my outlook for Forex for this upcoming week. Moving over to indices. Last week, we were looking for a retracement to that weekly fair value gap. You can see last week we did nothing. Here's Monday's candle. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we traded sideways all week last week. So if you go on to the weekly time frame, you'll see that last week was an inside week. So that's, now we've rated this weekly fair value gap. We will see how, price reacts at this level. I'm not too biased here, right? I think after this weekly close and this monthly close, it'll give a better idea for what's to come for April. But for now, I'm being patient. I'm kind of just seeing how price reacts within this weekly fair value gap to see, if we reject off it and trade lower this week, do we, continue to trade higher and close above it? If we close above this weekly fair value gap, then that would create an inversion on the weekly chart. So if we can create an inversion, then we can, look for potential upside and, treat this as a range here. So where you have range high, this is, range low, and then this would be your deviation on the range low. If we can close back within this range and ideally close above this weekly fair value gap here to inverse that level. So that is what I'm currently looking at for ES. If we reject off this level and trade lower, then I wouldn't be surprised either. I'm not too biased on indices at the moment. Same idea with NQ here, where we've hit that weekly fair value gap. Are we going to reject off this level and then trade lower to the range low on the higher time frames? Maybe. It's kind of 50-50 right now, so that's why I kind of want to let price develop a little bit more for me. To build out my higher time frame bias, because the higher time frames is not that clear for me, in my opinion. I kind of want to wait to see how price reacts off this level and get a weekly close. So that is the most important thing for me for indices this upcoming week, is seeing how the weekly closes and how the monthly closes off of this POI here. So moving on to BTC. Bitcoin. So if you look on the daily time frame, we had a nice move from FOMC on Wednesday last week, and Sunday and Monday had some pretty nice up close candles there. We'll just see how things sets up for the rest of the week. Again, this could be a potential deviation, but for me to confirm and really, change my, how do I say this? For me to be confident that we will go back to this all-time highs, I would want to see a close within, this 90K to 93K. So 90K is the range low. Ideally, I want to see confirmation close inside the range low. But what would be even better is if we can close above the yearly open. And if we can close above the yearly open, then I would treat this move here as manipulation on the yearly candle. And then, now we can look for expansion higher for the remainder of the year. But for now, in terms of the higher time frames, I am also not too biased here for crypto. We're getting close to the range low, so the main thing is to see if we reject off this level or if we reject off the yearly open again like we did previously. And if not, we can close back above it. But one thing also is you want to see follow through as well. So you can see like over here on Sunday, March 2nd, we closed back inside of the yearly open and back inside that range. It had a nice V-shaped move, but the next day it gave back the entire move. And then you can see that it led to a leg lower. So the main thing, if you want to be bullish on this, the next thing is to reclaim this range low, reclaim the yearly low, and see follow through. So that is my current idea for BTC. And moving on to Total 3, which is the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is just the altcoins. And again, right now we're approaching a key level here. So this here is the range low. So you have range high, range low. This is your accumulation. This here potentially could be the manipulation. What I would want to see right now is some displacement higher. Potentially, chop or retest the range low and then set up for the leg higher. Chop again to set up for the next leg up. But again, right now, the next short-term thing, if you are looking at this as a bullish case scenario, you want to see displacement through this range low and reclaim that level. So that is the chart for alts. And again, same idea with Ethereum here. We're all approaching key levels here for the entire crypto market. We're approaching key range lows. So here's a range high here, range low. We're getting close to that level. If we can get a nice strong close back above it, maybe about above 2200, then this could be treated as a deviation, and then we could look for potential higher prices until this range low is broken again. So that is how I'm currently treating crypto right now. Sol, in my opinion, it's a little bit more of a difficult read, just because there's not a really of a clear range right here. Also, it left equal lows right here. You can look at this as range high here, and then this as your range low. This as the Sorry, this is that's one big deviation, but deviation here, and then potentially this is still the target. So I would have liked to see this low get taken out. Leaving equal lows like this is a little suspicious to me, in my opinion. But again, we'll see how things set up here for Sol. But yeah, not too biased right now for crypto. I kind of want to see. I kind of want to just see the indices and the crypto market play out a little bit more, see how things close on the weekly and monthly time frames, and then kind of go from there. But for right now, the most important or most interesting setups right now is going to be short-term potential shorts here for GU and EU to these range lows. From there, maybe look for potential longs so we can deviate those lows. So that is what I'm currently looking for this week. I hope all is well, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.